Okay, so today I'm going to give you some stretches and some things to do that you can loosen up your IT band. The IT band is it's a sheet that kind of overlaps the quad muscle and the hamstring a little bit. It's one that it's tight on a lot of people and it can cause some problems like either knee pain or you can get some back pain from a tight IT band. And one of the things is you want to loosen it up and kind of break it up. One of your best friends, runners I still get some issues with it. Now, this is kind of my best friend when this is going on is going to be the roller here. So this is just a foam roller that you can kind of massage out and work out the muscle and kind of help loosen it up and release it. In my case, it will help. So my left knee will start to hurt when this gets really tight. And I use this to kind of loosen it up. So I'm going to show you a couple little things to do to kind of roll on the IT band to kind of loosen it up, and then I'll show you a couple stretches as well. So again, the IT band, it comes up and attaches on the side here and then goes down below the knee and attaches down there. So a lot of times it gets really tight. I can kind of show you on mine, like that's my IT band where it comes across my knee, and mine's still tight. Like I do roll it out and but I got to stay on top of it or it definitely will cause me some pain. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you want to get on your roller, and this can be pretty darn painful. So first time you get on it, you might want to scream. So it's important that you make sure that you don't put too much pressure on it, because if it's too much pain, it'll cause the muscle to tighten up and seize up and be even tighter, and that's what you don't want. So you're going to kind of sit down on on your side. So we're going to do my left side here. So sit down on your butt cheek here, and then you're going to straighten out your leg, and you're going to bring your foot to the front, and this is so you can kind of take some pressure off, and then you got to roll. This is pretty painful right now for me, which means it is extra tight, because when it starts to loosen up, it does not really hurt. So right now it's definitely getting my attention. So it's you just kind of roll back and forth, and you can go side to side because you want to break it up and kind of loosen it up, but just kind of roll back and forth. And you can use this foot to kind of keep the pressure off. You're going to have a 90-degree bend in your arm here, and you just roll back and forth. You roll all the way down to the knee, and then you just roll back. It's really awkward when you very first do it, but it does get easier. Now, if you want to get more intense and get deeper into it, you just bring your foot up, and this takes a little bit of core strength, so some people might not be able to do this, and it might be too much anyway, and same thing, you just roll back and forth. Now, you do want to rotate your body a bit as you do this as well, so you can kind of get the front part of the quad over here, and then you just kind of roll back and forth on that to kind of loosen that up, and then you want to rotate the opposite way, so you want to kind of get back on the side of the leg here. Whew. And that's where it really gets a little tight and says hello to me. Woo-wee! So, but this is how you start loosening up the IT band with a foam roller. So the way I like to do it is, I like to foam roll, and then there's two stretches. This is the best way I can show you here. We just did the left side, so we're just going to focus on, you want to do both sides as you do it, try to keep yourself even. But you're going to kind of sit up nice and tall. You're going to bring your left foot in towards your butt, grab your ankle, bring it across your leg here. And then this might be really tight, so as you're sitting here, you might be rounding. The key is sitting up as tall as you can and pulling this knee to the opposite shoulder. First time I did this stretch, probably 22, 23 years old, I was so tight, and I was trying, and it can be really awkward as you're building up your flexibility, and flexibility can take a long time, but after practicing yoga years ago, I've actually gained quite a bit of flexibility and maintained that. So now the way this works, your foot's crossed over now, you're going to reach out with your right arm, wrap your left leg here, and you're going to try to bring your knee to your shoulder here. And then you're going to sit up nice and tall out of your hips, and you get a good stretch. So it's you get a good stretch in your hips here, kind of loosens up the top of that IT band where it attaches on the back side here. And you just kind of sit up, and you can look around towards your left and twist your body and get a little twist here to get a little bit deeper as well. And that's the first stretch. And you just hold that for 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Okay. The next one is called thread the needle. Gonna roll out here. So the way this works is you're gonna lay down flat on your back. You're gonna bring your left knee up into your chest, bend your right knee, left ankle on top of the right knee, and then you're gonna grab through the hole here and around on the other side. And you're gonna grab the back of your leg here. And then you're gonna flex this toe back because that's gonna protect your knee. Because sometimes like it can irritate your knee a little bit. And then you just sit back. And if you're really tight, you got the foam roller here. Because it is, if you're really tight and as you're doing this and your head's hanging back like this because you're too tight and you can't get your neck down straight, like put something under your neck because you don't want that to strain your neck as you're doing it. Just sit up here, hold that again for 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And these can do wonders for loosening up your lower back to great and for the left knee or the knee, whatever side you're on. So those are 3 things you can do for your IT band, and I definitely highly recommend. Actually, let me give you guys one more. I got one more. This one's a good one too. This is one I always do too. I do this before I start running. So the way this one works, you're going to do the left side here. You're going to wrap it around behind the right leg, and you're going to try to get your toes even. If you're really tight, you're not going to be able to do that, but eventually you'll get there. So it's like you get the toes. You can actually point your heel out more to get a little deeper, and you're going to get a big stretch down the side. I was taught this by a chiropractor years ago, and it's been one of my best friends still. So try to get your toes even. Try to get your hips square. So as you do this, you're going to find that your hips want to pull around here, and you're not going to get a good stretch here. So have your hips facing forward, and you're just from the hips, you're going to pivot forward, keeping the hips square, and just, yeah, that's, you know, my T-bands are tight because I don't know that I can make it down to the floor today. It's pretty tight, so just roll it down your ankles if you're too tight, and I'll just, yep, and then to the floor, and then like you can reach over towards the right, press that hip out towards the opposite side, because what you're doing is like you're trying to lengthen this IT band and make some space so it's looser, and you get less tension, which can cause like, it'll loosen up your lower back, and it's great for your knee too if you're getting the IT band syndrome in your knee from running. So, but those are great stretches. I've helped a lot of people with those. Hope you like them. Let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, go get it.